Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, right where we left off. So we need to talk to Mithrandir to begin the next book of the epic.
I feared it might be so.
This I believe, my friend. If the Rohirrim do not come to the aid of Gondor, Minas Tirith will fall. There is little time left. Already the armies of Mordor approach. The city will soon be encircled. Soon, I say, but not yet. Go to the lowest level of Minas Tirith and enter the city stables just within the entrance to the city. Speak to Lobordil there, and he will arrange for a rested steed to bring you past the line of the enemy before it can close upon the city. You must follow the road north into Talat Anor and seek for Théoden and his riders. If you find them, tell them to hasten. If you do not find them, it will not matter even if you proceed all the way to Meduseld. Minas Tirith will have fallen by the time you reach it, and no one will be of help then. So as you see here, we're about to begin a new portion of the epic, and we got another vector quest in here as well to accompany it. You have been summoned by Lamlord, who requests your presence at the first circle of Minas Tirith. You should meet with Lamlord as soon as you're able. And yeah, that's basically it. So these two things are located on the first circle of the city. I'm gonna grab the stable master there. And in the meantime, let me tell you a couple things that you might have already noticed. Because our legendary items are not the same as they were on the previous episode. I took the time to apply the remaining scrolls I needed to max out my two imbued allies. Both of them are at max rank now. So that took a lot of scrolls and a lot of legendary item XP, not as much as I thought it would. I was pleasantly surprised in that regard, but I still had to use quite a few runes. But I was able to max it out, and now that we have maxed this out, I am leveling 2 spare items so that all that XP doesn't go to waste. What else have I done in the meantime that I have not told you about? Well, a couple more things.
Gondor needs your aid.
So, the first one is I went back to the Pelennor fields and took care of all the warbands we were missing for the warbands of Old Anorien did, so that we could get an extra trade point there. I did record that, and I expect to show you that video anytime soon. I'm not sure when that's gonna go live, but I will let you know when that happens. Basically, I was so excited to see how good these items were that I just rode straight into the Pelennor, fought all the warbands. Was a breeze, actually. It was very easy to fight those warbands, and that way I got a trade point. And since I was after that with an odd number of trade points, and I was also missing 8 promotion points for 100, I ran a couple more epic battles as well so that I could get the first tier of promotion points. So with that, I got 2 extra points and I maxed this range damage trait. That's all that's been happening for the time being, and now we're ready to venture into far Anorien.
The Rohirrim will arrive before it's too late.
Many have faith that the Rohirrim will arrive to aid us. I fear that folly may have befallen the riders. Perhaps all is not lost though. I have been told that you have spent much time out in the Pelennor, safely navigating through the thick of the enemy. Would you be willing to ride north of Minas Tirith into far Anorien and search for the riders? You should speak with Bregdal in Kritost. He is a trustworthy ally, an errant rider of Minas Tirith. I sent him to Kritost on a special mission to seek information on the whereabouts of the riders. His knowledge of safe travel through far Anorien is unmatched. Ride swiftly, my friend, as time is short. So we need to do that one first, talking to Lamlord, because after we do that, as soon as we enter into the stables to advance the epic in here, that will port us. The stables smell of Kay and Manor, and men speak in low, worried voices.
It is hopeless to think that Théoden and his riders will come.
You desire a rested horse to seek for aid from Rohan? What good will that do? Ghirgon left on that errand some time ago and should have returned by now. It is hopeless to think that Théoden and his riders will come. Even if they should do so, what does it matter? I have heard that the enemy commanders cannot be held by death. You look at Lorder quizzically, and his face twists with despair. It is true. Some soldiers from the Black-Root Vale told me that one of the raids leading the armies of Mordor, Gothmog, cannot be slain, not while some ranger still lives. Galador, I think his name was. You do not believe me? Ask them yourself. You will find them to the rear of the stables up the stairs in the back. Lovordil studies your face closely, surely seeing the anger upon it. Dwylin and Derufin were supposed to keep what they knew about Gothmog to themselves. Dwylin and Derufin must be told not to spread this news any further. Yeah, I thought that was clear, guys. I shouldn't be repeating myself over this. What do you have to say? Explain yourself.
You are angry with us. I see it on your face.
The battle approaches, Beriathan. Are you ready for as much glory as we can attain before the end? But you are angry with us. I see it on your face. Why is this so? You remind the impulsive brothers from the Black-Root Vale that they promised to keep secret the knowledge they gained of Gothmog in Osgiliath. Derufin makes a rude noise, and Dwylin shakes his head at you with a frown. That was before we returned to Minas Tirith, Beriathan, and spent time with its defenders. These men deserve to know the enemy they face, do they not? It is one thing to fight when you believe you have a chance at victory. It is quite another when you fight a hopeless battle against an enemy that cannot be slain. There is more glory to fight in that case, armed with the knowledge that you cannot win, and we thought these men deserved to have the knowledge and decide for themselves. You must see it. For my part, I do not regret my words, and I know my brother feels the same. If the men curse the name of a faraway ranger and use that anger to fight with more ferocity, is that not a benefit for the defenders of Gondor? The damage is done, but some of the worried men might still be encouraged. You would be right, if I didn't know what I already know. And since you don't know, I'm willing to let that pass, but you really needed to shut up. He hits you not. Of course, who's gonna hit me after hearing what they said? He hits you not. Take a look at that. He hits you not. Oh, these guys have a lot to answer for. He hits you not. So no, the damage is done. It seems there is nothing we can do to repair that. I hope you're happy.
I am sorry to see you so upset, my friend.
I apologize for that at any rate, but I still believe my brother and I have done right by these soldiers. Would you have them throw their lives away in a hopeless cause? It is not wrong to send them against Gothmog without telling them first that he cannot be slain? I hold that it is. But I know too that men of Gondor are made of stern stuff, and many of these soldiers will fight him even so before the end. They despair now, but when he comes to the city they will still defy him, and our hearts will be free of guilt, for we told them what we knew. In that hour there will be glory and honor for all. Yeah, you're only worried about honor and glory, and that cannot end well. What was that line from? God, that got to be a line from Two Towers or Return of the King, precisely when Faramir, I think it's when Faramir and Éowyn are talking about their ideals, and Éowyn is precisely talking about glory and honor. But of course Faramir is not looking that, but Faramir is just want to preserve something that blooms, something along those ways. So yeah, you pursue glory and honor, but that's a selfish endeavor, and the only one that will benefit from that is you, regardless if you win or you die. But if you fight to preserve what you love, that will work better. So I think it was something like that. It's been a while since I read Return of the King.
I understand now why you were so cross with me.
I saw you speaking with the soldiers, Beriathan, and I understand now why you were so cross with me and with the brothers from Black-Root. I will not quail from my duty, and I will not allow others to do so. I will fetch you a rested horse. When you return, if there is a white city to come back to, may you hear tales of our heroic stand, though we all become dust. Yeah, it seems that's all we can do.
It is the horse. Ride swift and sure.
Here is a horse. Ride swift and sure, Beriathan. If there is any hope out there to find, I trust that you will find it and bring it back to us. Yeah, I will. So, as you see, as I told you, the horse will port you to some place. Talat Anor. Where exactly in Talat Anor? Oh my god, I still need to go to Bridust. You leap from the back of your borrowed horse at the side before you.
Are you from the city?
Are you from the city? The man coughs wetly and blood curses from his wounds. He will not live long. You must know. This is Khôr-buri-Ghân, errant rider of Gondor. He returned from Rohan, bearing news of Théoden. He will come. He will come to the city. The wall was held against us, so we turned away. But the orcs caught up with us. They took his head. They would have had mine, but their leader urged them back to the wall. But listen to my last words. The great camp of foes lies between Théoden and the city. They cannot pass that way. They must find another. Andathel speaks the truth. Théoden cannot come by the road. So we had already grabbed a glimpse of Khôr-buri-Ghân's body during our audience with Denethor, just like that, but Andathel was not on that vision, which is proof enough that what Théoden saw in the Palantir is not the entire thing, just what the enemy wanted him to see. It's a very nice detail here with Andathel. Maybe we can find some more slight differences as we go through the epic. Was still a great moment. And something I forgot to mention is how much I enjoyed the fact that that the text was exactly the same during the vision and after the vision. What Denethor said about Frodo, what Gandalf said about the Palantir, it was a great touch as well.
Dark skies and worrying times.
The formalities of introductions can be dealt with later. If Lamdor sends you, then you are surely a skilled warden. Son of the Enemy has diverted from those who push towards Minas Tirith and have traversed north into far Anorien. I was planning on scouting along the Onodlo River for signs of the Rohirrim, but another matter has arisen. There are drumming sounds I keep hearing. They grow increasingly louder and seem to be coming from an area in Taur Drúadan north of the Grey Wood. Would you be willing to investigate the sound and make sure that it is not an ambush? Yeah. Now, before I forget, in this Far Anorien, which is update 18, was a quest pack that increased the level cap to 105. So it's time to unequip our Stone of the Tortoise and resume our leveling. We have only just missed one quest completion, which was the first chapter of this book, so it's not a big deal. I'm glad I was able to remember, because from what I remember, there was not enough XP in Far Anorien to reach level 105. At least I couldn't, but keep in mind, back in the day I was not a VIP, I didn't have rest XP. I might be able to hit level 105 if I play my card smart, if I take advantage of the rest XP as much as possible. I would very much love to be able to get to level 105 before the Battle of Pelennor Fields, as there are a lot of items I have saved for that moment, but they have a minimum level of 105. So I do hope I will be able to pull that off. God, cross your fingers for me, please. Otherwise, it would still be a nice gear upgrade, but it will not serve the purpose I initially envisioned. Is this the borrowed horse we took before? Yeah. Yeah, here we have once again Anor-stone and Khor-buri-Ghân. So it's very nice detail too that you can get your borrowed horse, that you can still see it there on the open. So cross the bridge into Taur Drúadan, northwest of Khor-buri-Ghân's body. And as we do so, we also need to investigate some drumming sounds. So there we go. Here's the bridge. You should enter the wood to the southwest if you are to find Théoden. Yeah, because we cannot go through the main road as there are a lot of enemies there. Mordor Warg. So now take a look at how strong we are. I still have not get tired of this. Wargs trained by Orcus forgers have invaded the lands. They patrol Taur Drúadan by the Endwatch looking for Rohirrim. But they will not. Because they don't stand a single chance against us. I mean, when you take in consideration how strong these weapons are, it makes sense for us to be sent into the enemy fields, as it seems that nobody else would be able to fight as well as we're doing right now. Strange tracks on the dirt floor of the wood bear further inspection. The tracks continue to the southwest toward the distant drums. Okay, I thought this was gonna be another quest, but seems not. Just keep your eyes open for wargs, and here we also have spiders, which is another daily. That was fast. Spiders, angered by invaders to the Drúadan forest, search for prey on the forest floor. You suspect many could fall victim to the traps laid by these creatures. These spiders should be dealt with quickly. Be glad to do so. Oh, this is so amazing. It was totally worth it. Everything we needed to do to get these items maxed. It was totally worth it. And that will also allow us to advance way faster. At some points. As we come to enemy camps and that kind of stuff, we will be able to go through the enemy camps a lot faster. But this kind of exploration and dialogue heavy quests, they will still take the regular time, but I'm still hoping to see the difference on that regard as well. The amount of time it takes us to complete something. Gurdos warrior. Can technically fight that guy. Some of these guys, as they have Slayer deeds, fight with them, but I don't see that as vital right now. I do love the drums in this area. They sound really foreign. You know what I mean? A great soundtrack. You have found more strange tracks and they bear further inspection. The tracks continue to the southwest. So to the southwest we go. Also gotta say, I'm glad about the increased damage output that we have, because I do remember there are some quests that I wasn't able to finish on my own on level when this was initially released. Some well, I will tell you about those quests as we find them, but I expect now they won't be an issue. So here we have a new Slayer deed, Gurdo's Layer of Fat Anorien, which is actually here. So this kind of wood trolls, we need to defeat 90 of them. Seems alright. Nothing too major. Indigo plant. Yeah, why not? You never know when you might need one of those. Corrupted horn. Is this guy gonna fight us? Yeah. You see, not even a signature can stand more than 2 hits from us. That's great. That's awesome. Is this what we were looking for? Ah, here we go. You have found even more strange tracks. You feel as if you're being watched. What do we have here? Khor-buri-Ghân. Alright. So let us see our good friend Khor-buri-Ghân in here. Nice to meet you.
Do you walk with eyes closed in forest?
I see you long time before you see me. Do you walk with eyes closed in forest?
Why do you come to forest of wild men?
Wild men live here long time before others. Our land, our own. I am called Khor-buri-Ghân, son of Hetman Ghân-buri-Ghân. Who are you? Why do you come to the forest of wild men?
You are no friend of Gorgun.
You introduce yourself and say from where you have come. You are a friend of Stonehouse folk? Built walls long time since they see wild men. In danger now. You have welcome from Khor-buri-Ghân for time. If you prove false, you will not live long in forest. You are no friend of Gorgun? Tell Khor-buri-Ghân now. He waits for your answer.
Wild men hate Gorgun.
You decide that the word Gorgun can only mean orc folk, and tell him that you hate Gorgun and their presence on the road has driven you into the forest. Khor-buri-Ghân knew this. Wild men hate Gorgun. Kill Gorgun whenever coming to wood. What do you seek? If it oppose Gorgun, Khor-buri-Ghân wants it done. We'll help.
Wild men may know a way.
You tell him that the riders
Bhai-buri-Ghân.
You tell him that the riders of Rohan have set forth from their kingdom to the aid of Gondor, but they will be slowed by the orcs that have blockaded the road to Minas Tirith. You are unsure if anything can be done to clear the road in time, and tell him so. Wild men may know a way, not Khor-buri-Ghân's place to say. Come to Drû Bhûta, speak to Am-buri-Ghân. He will speak for wild men. Drû Bhûta village to the west. Must go northwest through rocks across water, then back south, hidden path. Look for narrow path climbed in southwest. Khor-buri-Ghân see you at front of village. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna look for the village. But first, I mean, I don't remember a lot about how the quests flow in this area. I know, but I think... I mean, I'm in a bit of a dilemma right now. Do I follow the epic to Drû Bhûta, or do I try to explore the area? Because I know here, this area of the Great Wood that is right next to Taur Drúadan, there is a warband in there, and I seem to remember at some point the Woses will send us there. Makes sense, right? So yeah, why don't we try to find that hidden path Khor-buri-Ghân was telling us about, which should be this one. Hidden path, alright. A deep gorge, if I may say so, so stands to reason why it remains hidden. And it's very fortunate that it is so, considering all that we're going through right now. Oh, the Gondorian ruin and the old path. Awesome. Of course, that was also mentioned, but I wasn't expecting to see these ruins so soon. Another reminder of Gondor's former glory and how big the kingdom really was. Such a soothing tune. I love it. You can't see me, but I am kinda dancing to the drums. Really nice rhythm. I think we have reached our destination. Yeah. So first of all, before I forget, we're gonna grab this milestone here. It's gonna be really useful. This will also allow us to complete the introduction quest so that we can unlock everything in this area. Start seeing what we need to do. I also love how the drums keep getting louder as you approach the village. That's a really nice touch as well. The entrance to Drû Bhûta is flanked by great Pukelmen. Here we have Khôr-buri-Ghân. You're a fast man.
Welcome to village of wild men.
Welcome to Drû Bhûta, village of wild men. Cause no harm here. You will find it a place of peace. I speak to Father Am-buri-Ghân. Explore village, meet wild men and learn our customs. I will see you here when done, then bring to Hetman. I just want another cool view of entrance to Drû Bhûta. Those statues are amazing. You have found the hidden Woses village of Drû Bhûta. The village's inhabitants do not seem very concerned by your presence. Why should they? There's a lot of them and there's only one of me. They shouldn't be worried. Okay. Let me do the epic first, and then we'll start worrying about the landscape quest in here.
Gorgun surrounds stone houses. No more leaving for stone house folk.
Stone house folk built walls high, built walls strong. Now Gorguns surround walls. No more living for stone house folk. That not wild man say. Stay hidden in wood. Gorgon killed by arrows before seeing any wild man. Stone house folk could have learned lesson if listened. Never listened. Now trapped behind own wall. I think I can pick some of these that can be done within the village. I don't know if there are many of those kind of quests, but I can check.
Footsteps in the forest.
We Drúadan put our history in carvings. Point to carving and hear story of Drúadan. Then, if find right wood, could carve story of you one day. Interesting. Heard the history of the Drúadan. We first to settle on all sides of mountain. Drúadan were first here. Okay, one day Drúadan crossed White River and settled in shadow of this great mountain. We first to settle on all sides of mountain. Drúadan were first here. Other men come here after many years and cut down forest. Some Drúadan die. Other Drúadan leave this land. My ancestors stay here. Find a suitable piece of wood for carving. Us Drúadan never hear a man laugh before. Show us. You are uncertain, but assume it is some sort of Drúadan tradition of acceptance. So why not? But it's not every... Not any one of them. How am I supposed to know who wants to hear my laugh? I don't know. Well, once again, if the quest can be done within the town, I will get it. If not, I will come back to it later. Weg-pulo-Ghur.
Son of headman killed by Gorgun.
Wild men not always beat Gorgun. Son of headman killed by Gorgun. Died outside wood, brought to camp. Bhai-buri-Ghân, brother of Khor-buri-Ghân. Gorgun pay when Am-buri-Ghân decide to act. Not yet, soon. Gorgun think they win, but Gorgun wrong. Soon we'll see. You see, here we have that warband I was telling you about, Gugu. Where am I supposed to go? I'm kinda lost. This doesn't seem to be the way to Am-buri-Ghan's seat at all. This town is kinda confusing. I know. Could be through this slope.
Horsemen pass by, never seeing wild men.
Wild men hear word of much from forest. Forest men pass by, never seeing. They find Gorgun if keep going. Headman say not to interfere. Maybe will, maybe not. Wild men do as Han say. Wise leader know when to fight, know when not to fight. Many folk could learn difference. Okay, so here we are. Am-buri-Ghân. Just one quick picture if you don't mind. Of the chief. Yeah, that should be it. The chieftain does not seem surprised by your presence. Instead, it looks as if Am-buri-Ghân has much on his mind. He sighs and gathers his thoughts. Okay. You wanna hear my laugh? No? Okay. No, we need to go back to the entrance. I think this is the best time to pick this quest, then. Ghur does balance the nature of this forest. Neither friend nor foe. They exist. Eyes of Ghur does change. No more balance, now cruel eyes of enemy. Not orcs. A deeper darkness, an ancient fear rises up. Help up subdue Gurdos, bring balance back to Drúadan forest. Gurdos carry seeds of unbalance. Once rocks fall from mountain, more rocks come with, until sight of mountain gone. You understand, the forest is like mountain. Gurdos live with balance, they not be like rocks. Help us stop the falling rocks of Gurdos' hearts. Stranger, you come to our village in a terrible time. Our greatest foes, you call orcs, threaten us. Our Ok-weni-Dhur statues wore them away, but our numbers dwindle. Our spirit not as white as once was. My son, Bhai-buri-Ghân, slain by these evil beasts. Shakruk is to blame, leads orcs. Find, kill, bring me Shakruk's head. No more Drúadan might die by hand of Shakruk. The Woses does not speak Western but beckons you closer. She holds up a carving of a deer that looks like a white stag. Through hand gestures, it seems the Woses seek a white stag to bring luck to the village. She wants you to join her on the hunt. That sounds interesting. How am I supposed to find a white stag in this huge forest? You do realize there's a battle coming. I gotta find the Rohirrim. But you also know me, I cannot deny a good quest. So yeah, we'll need to. I'll come back to you later. God, no. Jeez, I don't know where I am. I don't know how to go back to the entrance where I was. I'm sure there is a more direct way of going back, but God, is this town confusing.
I listen to the drummings. They speak of danger.
Gurdos attack Ok-weni-Dhur statues. Darkness in Gurdos scare Drúadan. Scare Gurdos away from Ok-weni-Dhur statues. Must protect statues. Only way to protect forest.
Wind through the leaves.
Drúadan need hides for wraps and shelter. Kill evil works and get hides. Drúadan please that man for bringing hides. A bunch of dailies, it seems. Drums need new hides. Hides from orcs and drums keep orcs away when drum played. Understand? Yeah, I do kinda understand. Is that all the quest? I have a feeling that I'm missing something. Well, I have plenty of chances of coming back to this town and fully exploring it. For the time being, let us continue what we were doing.
Headman, see you now.
Hetman, see you now. Am-buri-Ghân has words to speak. May help Beriathan, may help horsemen. Go on, see. I was about to leave town, you know. You could have told me to speak to him instead of coming back to you. Well, perfect chance to retrace our steps. See if we missed anything. And if we did, we'll find a way of getting that quest. We seem to be doing okay so far. But I do remember, yeah, we crossed this kind of bridge. On our way to Khan. That's gotta be him, right? Yeah. It seems we picked everything. I hope. God, do I not understand your town, I'm sorry.
You hate Gorgu. Prove to me, and wild men help friends.
Son Khor-buri-Ghân told of you, Beriathan. He said you hate Gorgun. Prove to me and wild men help friends. Wild men help horsemen. Little time for proving. Horsemen right for trap. Prove quickly. No pressure, you know.
Help Khor-buri-Ghân, and wild men help you.
My son Khor-buri-Ghân, not only king. Bhai-buri-Ghân was eldest, but slain by Gorgun. Body taken to camp on road, north of forest. Khor-buri-Ghân asked to recover body of brother. Ghan granted request. Help with task and Khan will offer to 8 horsemen. Go now to camp of Gorgun. Help Khor-buri-Ghân and wild men help you. Auto travel quest. Okay. Works for me. In Amundine. Where exactly in Amundine? Oh, okay.
Many Gorgun inside.
Draw their eyes to you. Khor-buri-Ghân will slay them from hiding. They will pay for death of wild men. They will pay for death of Bhai-buri-Ghân. You want me to enter? Sure. Sure. This is the camp. Chance of finishing this work quest too. Ah, loving it. Okay, so there we go. So, draw the enemy's eye. Am I doing this right? What else do I need to do to draw their attention? Order black arrow. There are many dead orcs here. Khor-buri-Ghân has been busy. Ah yeah! Take a look! Take a look at all the corpses. Let us continue looking then. Yeah, it seems I already have all the orc hides I need for the drums. Where do I need to keep going? Over here, maybe? Or this is where I entered from. God, I don't know what's happening to me today. Feeling so disoriented with everything. Warden's dagger, yeah, I might need have some use for that. Exquisite carving. The return of rep items, so we might as well stack on some of them. Okay, so this is all one big camp, it seems. Orcs? No. Oh, okay, yeah. Here we have another set of orc bodies. You have found more dead orcs. Khor-buri-Ghân is further ahead to the northwest. To the northwest, okay. You have defeated many orcs in Taur Drúadan. We got the deed. Quests of Taur Drúadan. 1 out of 30. Cool enough. Gotta keep looking for our new friend. Around here. Cool. Any more wargs in here? I still need a few. Like you. Perfect for what I need. So, let me also see here. Carving history. No. Defeat Kurdos. Search for Shakruk. Well, not exactly where we are, but kinda the same place. But seriously, where is Khor-buri-Ghân? God. Okay, I see his spot on the map. You are not easy to find. You are a very fast man. Insanely fast.
I thank you. I have found what is left.
I thank you. I found what is left of Bhai-buri-Ghân. I bring my brother back to Drû Bhûta. Go to Am-buri-Ghân and tell him what we did. Tell him we braved Gorgun and Bhai-buri-Ghân no longer remain in clutches. So I think The fast way back to Khor-buri-Ghân is around here. Kind of relearning my way around this town. But yeah, it's through here. This is way short. Still quite a climb, in any case.
Wild men walk the forest with speed.
My son Khor-buri-Ghân already returned. He brings his brother to the Blood Cloak. Go to him there. Wild men mourn deeply, but not long. After you go to the Blood Cloak, wild men seek out the horsemen. We will help them. They need fear no Gorgon. Wild men know secret way. Blood Cloak is to the east, atop hill on far side of Fallen Water. My son Bhai-buri-Ghân rests there now. Okay. So, I mean, we can technically finish that quest and we will be ready to continue through the area, but there are still a lot of quests to do in the Drúadan forest, and we need that if we want to reach level 105. So join me next time as we do some of these side quests. For the time being, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Garlic is saying goodbye as well. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.